This is the stern of the Runa. As we're coming down here, what you're looking at there is the very back end of the wreck, and pretty soon, well, you can start to see the rudder there, and there are two propeller blades sticking up just in front of the rudder. And up top, at the top of the screen in the left-hand corner now, is the steering quadrant. The two pieces of the propeller are sticking up in the bottom part of the screen, and the rudder is actually near the center of the screen. And then you see the propeller well and the fantail, and the keel is actually buried in the sand here. So this is the very stern of the Rosin Wreck, which is possibly the Runa. This is the starboard boiler on the Rosin Wreck, and this is the boiler that there was actually a drain faucet on the bottom of this boiler that we worked on this dive to remove, hoping that it had some writing on it that we could identify the ship with. We did get the faucet, and I've cleaned it up, and I don't see any writing on it yet, but I got another artifact just in the same area in the engine room right up front here to the left, because I don't really pan over to it. That's the engine room. And then in front of the engine room and the boilers, you have this forward cargo section. Now the ship's laying over on her port side, so it's kind of weird, but the decking has eroded. But this section of the wreck is called the cathedral. And as you're swimming through it, it looks like a cathedral. It's got an open ceiling, and it's just beautiful. And there's usually a lot of fish in here. And sand tigers, there's usually a small sand tiger in here. In fact, there is a small sand tiger, and there's up at where the decks used to be. This is the cathedral room in the Rosin Wreck. The end of the tape here gets a little clicky because it was, unfortunately for me, the end of the tape. I made that little brain error on this dive. But as you leave the cathedral room, we're still swimming forward, and what you saw there in that previous shot was the actual very bow of the ship. Now I'm going back toward the cathedral room, and I filmed this little lionfish going back toward the cathedral room. But I didn't I didn't edit the video really that much. This is a small wreck site. The very beginning starts on the stern. You swim past the boilers and the engine through the cathedral room, then you're out on the bow. And there's really not much else to this wreck. It's fairly easy to navigate.